Another great way to quickly make a selection can be found under the Select menu. We'll choose Focus Area. And Focus Area automatically analyzes the image, looking for areas of the image that are in focus, and it keeps those areas selected. Once it does its automated process, you can go ahead and change the parameters here for the in-focus range. If I wanted to tell it to grab more things in focus, I would move it over to the right. As we can see here, though, it now thinks that the background is in focus, so that's gone too far. If I move it back over to the left, then it starts eating away at more of the boot. So I'll go ahead and click on the Auto button again, and then I'll refine it with my two painting tools. The one on the top will allow me to add to the selection, so I will click and paint in the boot heel area to add that to my selection. I could also move down here to the toe of the boot and just quickly paint over this area here in order to try to add it. If it adds too much, then I can hold down the Option key or the Alt key on Windows and paint over the area that it added. Of course, it might be helpful to zoom in, so I'll use the Command plus key on the Mac, Control plus on Windows, and then hold down my spacebar in order to navigate to that area. Now again, I'll try with a little bit smaller of a brush, so I'm just using the bracket key to decrease the size of the brush and paint right over this area in the boot. Again, I can hold down the Option or the Alt key if it selects too much. Now, one of the things that you might be noticing is the selection that it's making is binary, meaning it is on or off. Either the pixel is selected or not. So you're going to get a little bit rougher of an edge. But you'll notice right down here at the bottom of the Focus Area dialog, we can jump directly to Refine Edge. So if I select that, we now have all of the tools in order to do additional edge detection. So we could turn on the Smart Radius if we wanted to. We could also come down and add a little bit of a feather in order to soften the edge. And once we've added a feather, we can use the Shift Edge command in order to either compress the edge to kind of choke it a little bit or expand the edge. In this case, I'm going to shift it to the left and then just decrease the feather amount a little bit until I get the edge that I want. We'll click OK, and we can see that Photoshop has created that selection for us. We'll zoom out using Command 0 or Control 0 on Windows. And now we can go ahead and add our adjustment layer and maybe make some changes to the curves or whatever changes we want to make based on that selection. So there you have it, an easy way to make a selection based on the focus or the depth of field in your image.